Hi friends, this lesson is for Module 5, Lesson 4. Over the last few days we've been talking about shapes. And today I'm going to tell you all about a super cool math tool that you can use when you're learning about your shapes. Now you know that I love math tools, but this one is extra fun. You know why? Because it kind of feels more like a toy. Let me show you. The math tool we're going to use today are called pattern blocks. See, it even has the word blocks in it. Toy. Okay, so pattern blocks are literally just blocks that are in different shapes. And the cool thing about pattern blocks is that you can move them around, you can add them together, and you can make pictures using pattern blocks. Like tonight I made a flower, then I made a dog, then I made a train, then I made a scarecrow, and then I made a car. And then I had to stop myself because I was having too much fun and I was doing too much and I forgot about our learning goal for today. For our learning goal today, we're definitely going to be using pattern blocks, but we're not going to make pictures just yet. That's for another day. For right now, our learning goal says I can use different shapes to make new ones. So I'm going to use my pattern blocks and then I'm going to add them together, move them around to make new shapes. Let me show you. Friend, what's this shape? Ding, ding, ding. You're totally right. It's a square. A square has 4 sides and it has 4 square corners. All the sides are the same length. So I know for sure it's a square. Now watch what happens when I slide in another pattern block. Oh my word. Is that a square, friends? No, it's a rectangle. I changed it. A square has sides that are all the same length. And then a rectangle has sides that don't necessarily have to be the same length. I mean, technically, is the square a special rectangle? I mean, it is. But usually when we think of a rectangle, we think of it with 2 long sides and 2 short sides. Now watch what happens when I add in another square. Friend, what did I make? Yeah, you're right. I did make another rectangle. But I'm going to call this one a wicked long rectangle. Because see how long it is? All right. How many squares pattern blocks did I use to make my one wicked long rectangle? Yeah, 3. 1, 2, 3. This is just what our learning goal wanted us to do. To use some shapes and then add them together to make different ones. That's what we did. We started with a square. Now we have a rectangle. Let's try another one. Friend, what shape is this? Yep, it is a triangle. Can you tell me an attribute about a triangle? Ooh, 3 corners? Yep. 3 sides? Yep. Perfect. So there's a triangle. Now the thing about pattern blocks is they're literally blocks. So you can move them all around. So you don't necessarily have to put them in the same way. You can move them all around and slide them. So I'm going to go ahead and slide in the next one I added in and, ooh, I added another triangle, but see how I turned it around? You can totally do that. And now, hey look, I made a new shape. Ooh, let's see. All the sides are pretty much the same length. And it does have 4 sides now, but the corners aren't square. What's this shape called, friend? A Oh, thank you. Yes, it is a rhombus. Good job. All right. Now I'm going to slide in another triangle and see if I can make an even cooler shape. Here we go. I did it. All right. Do you remember what this shape is called? If you don't know, why don't you just press pause? Go walk into the pod, see if you can figure it out from the anchor chart, and then come back. Are you ready? Did you figure out what it was? Yeah, it's a trapezoid. Perfect. How many triangles did I use to make a trapezoid? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I used 3 of them. Did they all have to be lined up exactly the same? No way, Jose. I could move them all around to make my cool shapes. Perfect. Let's keep cruising. Okay. Here we go. So I'm going to start with a triangle again, but watch this. I'm going to do what I just did already, but I'm going to keep going. So I had a triangle. I added a new one to make a rhombus. Then I added a third one to make a trapezoid. But then watch what I'm going to do now. I didn't want to stop there, so I'm going to add another one, and another one, and another one. Do you see the new shape that I made? Let's see. Go ahead and count the sides. How many sides does this one have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Friend, do you remember which shape has 6 sides? All right, if you don't, just press pause. Go look at the anchor chart and come back when you know. All right, what is it? Yeah, a 6-sided shape is called a hexagon. Totally cool. Friend, I started with one triangle, and then I just added a whole bunch until I got to my hexagon. How many triangle pattern blocks are in one hexagon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I could just count them. That was easy. 6. Oh, perfect. All right. Now, hexagons are big shapes. And the cool thing about hexagons is there are a lot of pattern blocks that you can make hexagons with. Watch, let me show you. Okay, so we had our 6 triangles and we made one hexagon. Do you agree? Okay, now this time I'm going to go slowly as I make the hexagon. That's what it should look like. That's a whole hexagon. I'm going to go slowly and show you. If I add in 2 triangles out of my 6, that is actually the exact same shape as a rhombus. And there's a pattern block that is a rhombus. It's the blue one. Now, when I add in another triangle, that will make the top of my hexagon. And then when I add in my 3 parts on the bottom, there's actually a hexagon, or sorry, there's actually a trapezoid piece that's red. And that can go on the bottom. So, I could make a hexagon using 6 triangles. I could just use just the hexagon piece. Or I could use a rhombus, a triangle, and a trapezoid piece to make one more hexagon. Oh, sorry, my dogs are getting wild. Hang on. Okay, sorry about that. My dog Bo wanted to be in the video. Okay, so I made a hexagon using a rhombus, a triangle, and a trapezoid piece. See how I can use different shapes to make other ones? That's super cool. All right, we're going to practice. So here we go. I have some shapes. Now, what shape can I make with these things? That's the question I'm going to ask you. Now, I have one trapezoid piece and another trapezoid piece. Friends, your teacher should have some pattern blocks for you to use when you're working on these. So if you need to, go ahead and get 2 trapezoid pieces, just like I have, move them around and see what shape you can make. Go ahead and press pause and press play when you're ready to check yourself. Okay, you ready? Did you make a shape? All right, you can actually make a hexagon. You can put one on the bottom and one on the top. Wow, that's now 3 ways to make a hexagon. Oh my goodness gracious. I can take 2 trapezoid pieces and put them together to make one hexagon. Okay, what shape can I make now? I have 4 squares. If I put them all together, what shape could I make? Go ahead and press pause while you do it with your own squares, and then press play to check yourself. Okay, friends, you had a choice. You could put them in a nice long row and make one wicked, wicked long rectangle. So that would be one choice. The other choice would be to do this. Make one super duper square. See how I had 4 little ones? I put them together to make one gigantic one? That's fun. So that would be another option. What did you do? Did you do a super duper long rectangle or did you do a super massive square? Oh, cool. All right. Our learning goal for today says I can use different shapes to make new ones, and that's literally what we've been doing this entire time. Hasn't it been fun? Yeah, agreed. Now it's your turn, friend. I want you to go to your teacher and you're going to get this exit ticket. Now what you're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and read the directions. So if you don't have the exit ticket right now, press pause, go get it from your teacher, and then come back so I can read it to you. Okay, you ready? It says, use pattern blocks to create the following shapes. Trace or draw to show what you did. So you're going to need pattern blocks to finish up this exit ticket. Number 1 says, use 3 rhombuses to make a hexagon. I'm going to read it again for you. Use 3 rhombuses to make a hexagon. Good luck with that one. Number 2 says, use 1 hexagon and 3 triangles to make a large triangle. Ooh. 1 hexagon and 3 triangles to make a large triangle. Bo's chiming in again. He thinks you can do it for sure. I do too. Good luck, friends.